Section 8.7, Example 4 on page 632, we have the translations, Grafton problems 2 and 3 belong to the families of the sine and cosine functions. The parent function for sine is y equals sine of x, and the transform function is y equals a times sine of b times x minus h plus k. And then the parent function for cosine is y equals cosine of x, and the transform function is y equals a times cosine of b times x minus h plus k. The absolute value of a is the amplitude or vertical stretch or shrink. 2 pi divided by b is the period when x is in radians and b is greater than 0. H is the phase shift or horizontal shift, k is the vertical shift, and we get y equals k as the midline. Example 4 says, what is the graph of y equals sine of 2 times x minus pi over 3 minus 3 over 2 in the interval from 0 to 2 pi. I've gone ahead and labeled the axes from 0 over to 2 pi, and then I added the information from the box on the previous slide above. Since we have y equals sine of 2 times x minus pi over 3 minus 3 over 2, we can rewrite this as y equals sine of 2 times x minus pi over 3 plus negative 3 over 2. Now we can identify the amplitude, absolute value of a. There's nothing in front of sine, so our a is going to be positive 1. Absolute value of 1 is 1, so the amplitude here is going to be 1. Using the formula for period, we have 2 pi divided by b. In our equation, we have a b of 2, so 2 pi divided by 2 gives us pi. We can identify h as pi over 3 and k as negative 3 over 2. This tells us that y equals negative 3 over 2 is going to be our midline. We can start by graphing the parent function y equals sine of 2x, since we have sine of 2 times the quantity x minus pi over 3 minus 3 over 2. We can use this one cycle to translate with pi over 3 and negative 3 over 2 and continue until we get to 2 pi. Once we take these 5 points and shift them to the right pi over 3 and down 3 over 2 units, we'll get these 5 points and can fill in the rest until we fill in from 0 to 2 pi to get the graph of y equals sine of 2 times x minus pi over 3 minus 3 over 2. The work for this problem is on the following slide. Their graph is a little more spread out, so it's a bit easier to see the translation to the right pi over 3. And now I would like you to try number 7. Graph each function in the interval from 0 to 2 pi. Y equals cosine of 2 times x plus pi over 2 minus 2.